One of the major things in executive recruiting is that our clients frequently, almost always, demand that we recruit people from their industry. One of the things that's very, very helpful in using Clue is its ability to immediately identify and extract target companies to recruit from. And this is a huge time-saving effort because it can't possibly know every company in every industry. It's impossible. So with the use of Clue, it makes us as recruiters much, much more efficient. By using Clue, it gives us really a call list of target prospect companies and actually specific people within those companies to target for our outreach, which is, again, an amazing amount of time that is saved without having those target companies listed, which are automatically populated by Clue. There's a tremendous amount of research that needs to be done on the front of a search, which could take not just days, but weeks, really. And so by using Clue, it just incredibly multiplied my efficiency in serving my clients. So first and foremost, I think it's the industry sector and sourcing those target companies, no question. I think that's number one. But I think within that, if you dig a little bit deeper, it actually is very good at targeting specific people beyond just the company. It actually gives me a call list. So I recruit only CFOs, for example. So it can give me CFOs out of specific size companies that would be appropriate for the search that I'm running. And that is also a huge time saver for me. So I get more out of my time by using Clue. I think this is a really good example because I was doing a search for actually an artificial intelligence company, a software company that builds a language-based artificial intelligence model. The founder of that company, not surprisingly, had a PhD in computer science. And he was a very brilliant person. And I think one of the important things in that search was to find somebody who could be his CFO, but could also be his intellectual peer. Because this gentleman who founded this AI company was really kind of off the chart smart, I needed to find him a CFO that was also kind of off the chart smart. And so by using Clue, what we were able to do is, and the other part of this is that he had very specific geographic preferences. He wanted someone either in San Francisco or in Washington, D.C. And so that was very good because it gave us this filter, if you will, that we could put in Clue and say, we only want people in these two geographic regions. So what I did, thinking about it in setting up the Clue search module, is I looked for CFOs who had a PhD, which is unusual. There's not very many CFOs who have a PhD. And the gentleman that I found for this company had a PhD and an MBA, and he lived in Washington, D.C., which I would have never found this person without Clue. There's no question. There's no way I would have found him. And the impact of this person on the company has been tremendous. He directly improved the gross margins for my client within weeks of starting as CFO. So it's not only just a successful search and an efficient search, which Clue enabled, but I think even more so, this gentleman had a tremendous impact and has continued to have a tremendous impact for the positive on my client's business. So I couldn't have done it without Clue. There's no question. I would never have found that person, not in probably 100 years. Yeah, and I have, and I will continue to do that. I think one of the things as you, as Clue, as a company, have pivoted more towards enterprise clients, I think it's a good, I think that's a good strategy. And I think these enterprise clients once they understand the efficiencies that Clue can bring, I think what they will see is that they can do a lot more with a lot less manpower. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. I think that it makes the recruiter smarter and more powerful by just basically tech enabling the recruiters. So I think you can hire smarter people and give them this tool, which will allow them to serve their clients more efficiently. And I think ultimately that's what we all want to do, is we want to serve our clients as efficiently as possible. And I think that executive search has been kind of bogged down in this mystery of what happens behind the curtain after we receive an assignment from a client. And I actually think exposing the client to Clue and showing them what tools we have actually makes us more valuable. So I think it's a tremendous tool and really a great service option for recruitment firms of all sizes, whether it's a boutique firm like myself or a larger enterprise client.